That lady back on the stuff, she sound like she in love with him. Her kid can't even take their kids. Enough of them.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another show with August with the Shade. Now, today we're talking about something that has social media completely divided. Because if you've been paying attention, you probably noticed that a lot of people seem so excited at the idea of Jay-Z taking shots at Nicki Minaj. And what stands out to me isn't even necessarily the bars and what he said themselves. Even though he said a lot of things, and was definitely talking about Nicki Minaj's child, which was absolutely out of line. It was more so for me the reaction, the celebration of Jay-Z coming at Nicki Minaj, the cheering of Jay-Z coming for Nicki Minaj, the memes, the think pieces, like the people acting like this is some kind of victory lap before Nicki Minaj has even said a word. And that's what I want to talk about today. Not what was allegedly said, you know what I'm saying? Not breaking down the lyrics line by line, because it was absolutely disrespectful in every way. And let's be clear, I definitely do not care about who started it or none of that. You know what I'm saying? We're not arguing about none of that. I want to talk about what happens if Nicki Minaj decides to respond, okay? Because whether you love Nicki Minaj or you hate Nicki Minaj, one thing nobody can deny is that she is one of the most dangerous lyricists in the industry, okay? And I think a lot of people are underestimating what could happen if Nicki Minaj decides to enter the battle mode, okay? So first, let's talk about how people are celebrating Nicki Minaj being, dragged by a 56-year-old man. Like, I thought it was protect black women. I thought that, we don't just allow men to just be saying anything to women. If this was if Drake coming at Megan Thee Stallion or something like that, everybody would have something to say about a man coming at a woman. But because it's Nicki Minaj, one thing that I've noticed is that people are already acting like this battle is already over. They feel like Jay-Z came out and spilled the beans and said all of the stuff that everybody always says about Nicki Minaj. You know what I'm saying? That's something that everybody always says. Nicki has already debunked that, and I'm not even going to have to dispel any of those rumors at this time, because for what? All I'm saying is, how can a battle be over when only one side has spoken? That's like declaring a winner in the first quarter of a basketball game. Nicki Minaj has built an entire career on proving people wrong, and she's done it every single time. We watch her survive criticism time after time. Nicki Minaj has went through a hate train. Nicki Minaj has been through everything you could think of that an artist would endure in an industry so corrupt. You know what I'm saying? Because if history has taught us anything, it's that Nicki Minaj does not like being embarrassed publicly. You know what I'm saying? So I know for a fact that Nicki Minaj is definitely finna come out with something. I know that Nicki is in the stew doing something right now. It would be really dope though if Nicki and Drake decided to come together and, you know what I'm saying, do a diss record to Jay-Z. But I feel like they both should respond to him, you know what I'm saying, by themselves. I don't think that they need each other, because they both are amazing lyricists. And I think that whatever Drake has to say about Jay-Z, he needs to do it on his own. And I feel like when Nicki comes out, Nicki's going to do it on her own as well. But you want to know something? A lot of people think that Nicki Minaj's greatest weapon is the barbs. And yes, her fan base is incredibly powerful. You know what I'm saying? We have done the biggest. We have went against the biggest. But that's not her biggest weapon. Her biggest weapon is... Now, before we get to the next video now, here's something that you guys can be actually doing while you're bored. If you like to play games, you could literally get paid for it, okay? And I'm talking about all you gotta do is hit the link in my description, scan the QR code is literally on the screen right now, and you can download and sign up and play for free right now. I'm talking about right away, okay? It's simple. All you have to do is download and create an account with your email and your password. It literally takes seconds. Inside, you'll see a wall of games and offers. Pick one you actually enjoy, play through the levels, and the cash lands right into your free cash account, y'all. It's like turning your downtime into a side hustle. Like, what are we doing? That's what we need to be doing, okay? Some people pull like $10 to $20 a day. If you put in the effort, you can literally be making even more. And y'all already know, just like any other app, if you spend a couple of bucks inside of the game, you can kind of hit the levels a little bit faster, which unlocks bigger offers and payouts. That's how some of the users earn up to like $500 or even more, you know what I'm saying, on certain offers. Now, but if you don't have time to, money to spend on, spending anything extra inside of the app, you can stick to the free levels and still cash out. The only point is, instead of you just sitting around scrolling, you will be playing games and earning money at the same time. When it's time to cash out, you got options. You got PayPal and gift cards, okay? So if you're curious, hit the link in my description or scan the code on the screen. Download the app right now for free, so you can start making money. Is her pen, okay? I don't think that people realize how good Nicki Minaj is when it comes to writing lyrics. Jay-Z is amazing as well, but Nicki Minaj is just as amazing. So that's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. Rap is rap, and now that Jay-Z is coming out of this, big boss mentality and he wants to come back down and want to rap. Now when Nicki Minaj decides to respond, I don't want to hear anything, because if he could talk about Nicki Minaj's child and Papa Bear and her husband and everything else, Nicki can talk about his kids and Beyonce without a problem. Don't you guys think? In my opinion, I think that should suffice, because why would you talk about Papa Bear if, you know, Nicki can't talk about your kids? You know, like, it is game. Like, this is what the industry has been wanting. They've been wanting this hip hop back and forth, and we don't want it when Nicki Minaj can watch these girls, but I want to see this right here. But I also kind of feel it away, because I'm like, Nicki's a woman. Like, why would Nicki Minaj have to battle a man? Like, I really don't like that, and I feel like people are really hyping up Nicki going against a man, and I don't think that you guys are using your brain, because if you think about it, you guys are telling us how dope Nicki Minaj is. You're telling us how dope Nicki is by wanting Nicki Minaj to spar with Jay-Z, because you feel like she can, not because you feel like Jay-Z will watch her. You just know that Nicki Minaj is going to come with a battle, and y'all want to hear it every single time. Like, just say it. Like, y'all are literally in love with Nicki Minaj. I get it. But let's talk about the elephant in the room, Beyonce. Because whenever Jay-Z is involved, people naturally wonder whether Beyonce will defend her husband. Personally, I don't think Beyonce would jump into a rap battle, but I kind of do, because she kind of did. I feel like Nicki Minaj, and when Megan and Nicki had a little thing back in the day, I feel like Beyonce knew what was going on, and she came in, she allowed Jay-Z to write some lyrics, and in those lyrics, she was going against women who had surgical procedures, you know what I'm saying? And she was saying certain stuff about people thinking they're the queen. Like, I heard the shots, and I know that Jay-Z put them in there. And just like in 2024, when Megan Thee Stallion dropped Megan's Law, whatever the song is called, His or whatever, guess what? He is a part of Rock Nation. He approved it. He heard it. He knew what she was going to say about Nicki's child. This was before Nicki was on the internet saying anything about Jay-Z. So y'all have to understand that he has been trying to get Nicki in this bag. Like, he obviously wants to battle Nicki Minaj, obviously, because why would you even like be doing this in like weird stuff behind the scenes? Like, that's just my personal opinion. I want to know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know if you think that Jay-Z has always been moving weird when it comes to certain things. But I feel like, you know, Beyonce is usually very calculated, very selective, and very intentional. However, what I do think could happen is indirect support. You know what I'm saying? Maybe appearances, maybe publicly, you know, she might try to, like, you know, skate off the red carpet or something like that when Nicki's walking, or walk past Nicki. We don't care. Like, that stuff, like, we don't care, because we know that Beyonce is not thug like that. We know she ain't finna do nothing. Let's just keep it real now. We know Beyonce ain't finna do nothing, okay? Even if Nicki Minaj had this camaraderie with Beyonce, it's over. It's over. Like, and it's okay. It's over. Beyonce is a follower, and we're not. And I feel like Nicki Minaj is a leader, and I feel like she should only surround herself with people that actually really support her, not somebody that supports everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that there's nothing wrong with trying to establish where you stand with somebody, and not knowing where you stand with somebody because they always move so scabby. Like, I think that she should definitely disconnect from them. You know what I mean? And I'm happy that she did. But this is where things get interesting, because Jay-Z and Beyonce represent something larger than just themselves. They represent influence, connections, power, legacy, corporate relationships, business relationships, and entire networks, right? And one thing, Nicki Minaj has consistently positioned herself as someone willing to challenge power. And that's what I love about Nicki. Like, Nicki not scared to jump out there and go against the odds. Whether people agree with her or not, she often presents herself as somebody standing against the machine. And y'all notice that. Y'all see that. It's still happening today. So if she responds, many fans won't just view it as a rap battle. They'll view it as an artist challenging the establishment. That's why the emotions around the situation are so intense, because people aren't just picking sides between rappers, they're picking sides between narratives. When you don't know what's really going on, you kind of like starting to listen to see what's really, you know what I'm saying, what's really going on. And this would be Nicki's chance, in my opinion, to tell her story. Like, this is her chance to tell her story and what's going on. And I feel like, why are people cheering on a man dissing a black woman? That's not right. I feel like that's the weirdest part of it all. I feel like, because the part that really caught my attention is because I feel like people see it normal to talk about black women suddenly, you know what I'm saying, like, and they feel like they feel comfortable at laughing at people like Nicki Minaj being attacked. And I think that that's a conversation worth having, but it might not happen today. But I want to know in the comments how you feel about it. Do you feel that Nicki Minaj should be more protected, and do you think that Jay-Z should be, you know, congratulated because he's was celebrated because he's dissing Nicki Minaj, because everybody feels like she's just been saying stuff about him on Twitter, but nobody's looking at anything that he's done to her behind the scenes. Like, let's talk about it. I get it, nobody is above criticism, but Nicki Minaj deserves respect, and she deserves to have her money as well, you know. So let me know in the comments, whose side are you on? Are you on Nicki Minaj or Jay-Z's side? Drop it in the comments. Say Jay-Z if you're on Jay-Z's side, put Nicki if you're on Nicki's side, and you can say you on both, because you know some people love Nicki Minaj and Jay-Z. So let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and remember, leave your comments down below, because I definitely want to read them and love them. And you know what I'm saying, don't forget to hype this video up. Every time you see that hype button, hype it up for me, you know what I'm saying. And make sure you check out some more videos by August with the Shade. I'm out.